Hello, thank you for applying for the position of one of our veterinarians for our clinic. I think it's amazing to pursue the career of a veterinary medicine. We appreciate it. Now let's get started. Tell me about a time you helped someone who was emotional or stressed. How did you handle the situation?
A time I helped a friend in need was when she was having a hard time with school. She happened to fail a good amount of her classes because she had gotten so busy with work and she had gotten a new promotion, so she was focused on that rather than school. I knew she was a hardworking person and she could do it and succeed, but she was just under an immense amount of stress and did not know how to pull herself out of the mess she was in. The school had no choice but to put her under academic probation, so she was very emotional and lost all confidence in herself. I knew she needed support, so to help her succeed in the next semester, I provided her with information with classes that I took so she could take them because she also needed those ones as well. With having knowledge of the classes I took, I could help her with the classwork or guide her in the right direction, and I knew how the professors work, so I can give her advice, what to do to succeed, and take that stress off her back. In doing so, she was successful and she got off academic probation and she passed her classes. I knew helping her would be good to support her because it shows that you don't have to go through life's challenges alone, and you grow stronger as a person and you learn from those past mistakes. I feel this can relate to working in this clinic as well, because when another peer who's learning and may feel they don't understand what's going on and they just don't get the concept and how do they apply that to their job, we have veterinarians such as myself and others to help guide them to succeed in understanding what they are learning and apply it to their job to make our patients happy, because that's the outcome we want. We are a community, so we need to be there for one another and get the job done even if it gets hard, so we can apply the skills. As a team, I can help everyone learn, because sometimes we do need guidance and that's okay, and in a work environment I feel that is very important.
Describe a situation where you had to make a quick decision under pressure. What did you do and what was the outcome?
A time I had to make a hard decision under pressure was when I was a teenager. It was during a high-pressure softball game I played in high school. There was runners at first base and second base, and you have the batter at home who's about to hit. Before the play could happen, our coach pulled us aside and told us if the ball came to me, we were gonna do a double play, so I would have to throw the ball to second, then the second base would throw it to first, so we can get two runners out. So it did come to me, but unexpectedly, we didn't think the batter would hit it that hard, so it did a very hard hit and it threw me off my balance. So in doing so, I knew, I had to take a different route because I wasn't going to make the throw on time to second. So I trusted my gut and took a different route. Since the second base runner was running to third, I made the choice to get the ball and dive to tag the second base runner out on time to stop her from scoring. I felt my outcome was better because it threw the ball to second, and if I threw the ball to second, it wouldn't have gotten there on time, then no one would be out. But I tagged the girl and kept her from scoring, so it was a much better outcome. I trusted my gut and used the knowledge I had to play the game right. I used the evidence I had, I observed and made the right choice. In high pressure situations for the clinic as a veterinarian, I can know, I have to know what situation I am in, then trust the evidence I have, use my knowledge from vet school, undergrad, use all that and apply it to the evidence that I have to make a decision that's best for my patient under a certain amount of time.
Veterinary work can sometimes be stressful or emotional. How do you stay calm and focused during challenging moments?
I can acknowledge, that veterinary medicine and veterinary work comes with challenges and it can get very emotional. So to stay calm, it's because of the mindset I have. I have to remain positive. It's very easy to say, but it's hard to accomplish. I have learned this over time through life's challenges. It has kept me going, honestly. To accept the good, you have to accept the bad times. Those bad times are challenging, but that's life's course and you can't change it. So you have to stay positive and be open-minded. I am also a Christian, so I feel having faith in God's timing and his actions is all for a reason, to learn and do better and better ourselves. So even when times are bad, I have a positive mindset and remain open-minded to what could happen, because you never know what could happen. You have to trust your gut and use what you have and make the best of it. So having faith and having a positive mindset is what keeps me focused and calm. So as a veterinarian, when I'm working with others in the clinic and something isn't going the way we wanted with the patient, we have to, remain positive and find another solution to the problem. We have to keep our faith in our work ethic, because we are saving an animal's life and we will give it our all. So we have to keep that positive mindset. I have to be an example for other workers and my peers. Even when it's challenging, we'll get through the situation and we'll do what we could.
Tell us about a goal that took a long time or a lot of effort to accomplish. What kept you motivated?
A goal that took a very good amount of time and a lot of effort for me was truly having good communication. Communication has been very hard for me my whole life. I felt, I couldn't express myself correctly the way I wanted, or I was just too shy, or I was afraid of change and what would come if I communicated. Whether it was relationships or work, I knew I had to put the work in to make myself a great communicator. The way I succeeded in my goal was to make myself comfortable with being uncomfortable. For example, a new job opportunity arose for me. I had a friend who asked me if I wanted to work at McDonald's. I was hesitant. I knew it was a lot of customer service, and working under pressure. I've heard many stories, that it's not all good, but I also saw this as a way to grow as a person and better my communication skills. I learned how to communicate with my peers and the customers. I took customers' orders through the drive-thru on a headset. I received their pay at the window. So, there was a lot of confrontation going back and forth, and I started to apply my communication skills into, my external life, people closer to me. I was able to express my emotions and ideas better. Now I feel as confident as ever because I put myself out there with being comfortable in uncomfortable situations, that I'm able to communicate better, and it's given me that great skill. I wanted to be the best version of myself, and I feel that I am, and I continue to be. You have to have patience for this and trust that you will be okay, and that's what I did for myself. So I can use my great communication skills to apply in this clinic by making sure that patients and peers are understanding what's going on, and they feel that I'm listening to them on a certain level that they want to be understood. It's important to communicate, or else things won't work out in the clinic. I'm willing to put the time and effort in to work towards with this team, because hard work takes time, and we can all help each other out and guide each other in the right direction to teach great communication skills to everyone in the clinic, and it'll be good for our environment and better outcomes with our animals.
Describe a time when you had to do the right thing, even when it was difficult.
I had to do something right, even if it was the time I had to do something that was right, even though it was very difficult, was when I worked at Ross in the stock department. To be part of the team, you have to be fast and work efficiently. There was a worker who was always on their phone, and he worked at a very slow pace and didn't seem to care as much as the other workers did, and myself. We all worked harder and we knew it. I felt that it was unfair that he was on his phone all the time, and my boss didn't take action to correct him or acknowledge his actions with what he was doing. So I took it upon myself to gather with some other employees who worked in stock as well to discuss how we felt about the situation and what should be done. So we took it upon my boss to talk to her. Of course, we kept it professional, and she finally started to listen to us, and she expressed how sorry she was for not realizing and reacting sooner to those actions. I was honestly afraid to take action because I was afraid, it would cause unnecessary problems in the workspace, but I realized it was the right thing to do. It was uncomfortable, but it was to ensure fairness amongst all of us and better workspace for everyone, because if not, then we would all be suffering from the other coworkers' actions of not working efficiently. I can apply my perseverance for how badly I want to work and succeed as a veterinarian in the work clinic, no matter no matter what, even if it's difficult. For example, if a team member is constantly underperforming, it can impact the workload and morale of others. So it's important to address problems to ensure fairness and communication, so we all work efficiently and effectively. I want to create a supportive and productive environment for all our team members to ensure great care to our animals and our peers as well. And I want to make it a better place, and I want to better everyone else along with myself. Thank you.